So I've been in the Philippines for a few months now, and yeah, I thought it'd be good to do a cost of living video, just going through everything that I've spent in the last month. Now, when I first moved over here, I did do a budget video, and my budget was going to be a maximum of 100,000 pesos a month. And for the first few months, I did go over that budget because I was staying in hotels and I bought my scooter, had the odd other one-off expense. But I am now here in my long-term rental, and yeah, I've settled in a bit. So I'll go through what I spent in the last month. So the biggest cost is housing, and that was 25,000 for rent, 2,600 for electricity, which I think is pretty reasonable. That's having the air conditioning running all of the time when I'm actually in the apartment, and I'll sometimes leave it on. You know, if I'm just popping out for an hour or two, it'll stay on as well. So I think that's kind of quite reasonable. Water, 470 pesos for the month, so very reasonable. Next biggest cost, restaurants and bars. So I spent 24,000 pesos in the month, which does seem like quite a lot, but that's eating out a lot. My brother was here for some of that time, so going out with him, and yeah, probably averaging during that month more than one meal out a day. So again, I think that's quite reasonable, and I think that will probably come down a little bit now. Next one, groceries, 9,500 pesos. Yeah, that's the money that I spent at the supermarket. I've been buying groceries from the supermarket, not from the sort of wet markets, because I did go there once and I got ill from the food that I cooked from it. So yeah, 9,500 at the supermarket, 1,100 pesos on in the pharmacy. So I think just toiletries, toothpaste, bits like that. Running costs for my scooter. So that's 1,200 pesos for the month, which I think is amazing. I'm averaging one tank a week whilst I'm just pottering around Dumaguete, and a tank is 200 pesos. It's a little bit more this month because I drove it up to Mobile and back. So yeah, 1,200 for the month. The next one is travel. So I only had one like kind of vacation, I guess you'd call it, this month, which was 4 nights in Mobile, and the cost of that was 12,000 for the accommodation and 800 for the return ferry, and that's the only cost really, because you know the food and everything else that we spent up there is included in the rest of the numbers. Visa. So I now have my resident alien card. I'm just on a tourist visa, and yeah, it's really easy, and I can now extend it for 2 months at a time, and the cost is 980 pesos per month. So yeah, 980 visa. And the next one is services. So I've included like haircuts and massage in this, and that's 3,000 for the month. I'm paying 250 pesos ish for a haircut, going twice a month, and I'm having maybe one massage a week, and that's 500 for an hour. Yeah, I could probably save a little bit of money there, because I've seen I'm going to get my haircut just at barbers within walking distance of here for 250, and I have seen signs when you leave the city there are places that are doing it for like 50 pesos, so I could save money there. And then the last one, miscellaneous. So I've got under miscellaneous laundry, entry fees for sort of tourist attractions or nice things to do, clothes, tips, just bits and bobs like that. And that's 5,000 pesos that I spent in the month on all the miscellaneous stuff. So that gives a total of 85,650 pesos for the month. So about £1,100, which is under my budget, and it's without doing any real economizing. You know, if I'm not giving too much thought to how much money I'm spending. If I want to do a thing, I'm just doing it. So I think that is really reasonable. So just over £1,000 a month. And yeah, I think in terms of how it compares to the UK, I think to have a similar quality of life in the UK, albeit, you're not generally going to be right next to the sea or living in a beautiful tropical paradise, yeah, you perhaps need about 3 times the amount of money. And when I've looked it up online, the purchasing power parity thing, that kind of looks about right. But it only tells some of the story, because actually I think it's more extreme than that, really. Because over here, the weather is beautiful. It's rainy season now, and it's still really nice. So you don't need a big place. You're spending a lot more time outdoors. So yeah, you don't need as big a house. And transport. In the UK, I would feel like I need to own and run a car. Whereas over here, I've got no desire to own a car at all. I love my little scooter, and I'm perfectly happy with that. And there are probably other things as well, but they're the 2 main ones that I can certainly think of. And then, of course, there's the tax situation. So there's no council tax over here. And my understanding of it is that there's a no double taxation treaty with the UK. So the Philippines won't try and tax me on anything that I earn in the UK, and all my income comes from the UK. And because I'm spending so little, essentially I can stay under the UK personal allowance and pay no tax in the UK, no tax in the Philippines, and live a really nice life on very little money, and working far fewer hours than I was when I was back in the UK. So yeah, I hope that's helpful for people, and let me know what you think in the comments. How much does it cost to live in whichever part of the world you're in? Because I'm interested, in getting comparisons and seeing what people think. So yeah, please, if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, please please comment and let me know what you think about the budget. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, bye.